So it's time to check out gaming performance now of Xiaomi's new flagship, the Mix 2. So my model here has 6GB of RAM, 256GB of internal UFS 2.1 storage, and is powered by the Snapdragon 835, which has an Adreno 540 GPU. So in this video, I'll be checking out some popular titles, we'll have a look at how they perform, and also the physical temperatures of it, to see if it's going to get thermal throttling or not, and just how hot it's going to get to the touch when gaming for extended periods. So for most of this video, I'm going to be using a Bluetooth controller, which you can see there in the background. This title here is Wall Robots. Quite a demanding one, so let's see how it runs it. And you can see that the frame rate on this one is good, perfectly playable. Can run really slow on some older chipsets, this game, but not the case here. And the next title is Asphalt Extreme. Again, playable frame rates. This one's running really smooth. I have noticed that now and then you will see a couple of little dips in the frame rate. This seems to happen on most Android devices. And this next title is Heroes of Incredible Tales, otherwise known as HIT, using the Unreal Engine. Really good graphics, quite a demanding game, and as you can see here, that it's very playable. Title is Real Racing 3. It's an oldie, but a goodie. Probably one of the best racing games there is on Android. And runs perfectly fine, as expected on a Snapdragon 835. And this one here is Mortal Kombat. Very playable. It's probably running about 60 frames per second here. Super smooth. Not a problem at all. And this title here is Dead Trigger 2. Running 60 frames per second is really smooth. No lag whatsoever with this one. And Modern Combat 5, again, really smooth here. No issues running this game. And lastly, World of Tanks Blitz. Another demanding game that on lower chipsets can be really choppy and laggy, but you can see that is super smooth. Just scrolling around here. And you can see that the frames per second count is actually showing a constant 60 frames per second, so no lag on this one at all. So let's have a look at the thermals now. After an hour or so of gaming, it feels slightly warm to the touch. So the front of it is 29 degrees, you can see, almost 30. So that's just warm, really. It's not getting hot at all. Nothing to be concerned about. Now bear in mind, my ambient temperatures here are about 23 to 24 degrees. And on the rear, slightly warmer near where the camera and fingerprint reader are, 32 degrees there. But again, nothing to worry about. So there we go, guys. Performance of the Mix 2 is really good, just like any other Snapdragon 835 flagship, really. And it's aided by the fact that it's not a 1440p or 4K display, so it really has no issues at all getting the maximum frame rates on the games out there. So everything is super smooth, playable. Even future titles will be playable on this device here. Now bear in mind that when you're gaming, the battery life, it does deplete a lot quicker, so you're only looking at around 4 to 5 hours of continual gaming, dependent of course on the title and your screen brightness. But overall, this is an excellent device for gaming. It's super fast, aided by the fact that it's got really fast wireless and 4G as well. Thank you so much for watching this gaming review of the Mix 2, and I do hope to see you in my full review of this device, which will be coming out shortly.